you my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Daz. I talked to Corrupt. I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I want to believe that you've given everybody what they deserved. And everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over death row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new Suge. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. Everybody from our cousin Daz to, Julian, to whoever else is talking, right? I don't give anybody else but it's related to this. I said two that is in our bloodline, and you're a great person, and I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Daz tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that you would be is the new Suge Knight. Make it make sense, Snoop. Make it make sense right now. So I don't give a nigga. You know that. You my cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong I'm not gonna let it slide. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly. Let's talk about it. Let's do a sit down and let's figure out, why do people say you're the new Suge? Why do people say that you're over all their money? Why do people say that you're the worst person in the world right now in LA? Why? When you're my cousin. Let's figure it out. I love you, Snoop. But I also love Daz. I also love Julie. And I also love all my Crip homies and all my blood homies. Don't represent death row if you're Suge Knight again. Unless that's what it is. If you Suge again, it is death row. I'm confused. Can you please make light of what we're going through right now on the West Coast? Snoop, my cousin, sincerely, Ray J.
Hey everyone, hope y'all are doing great. Listen, I gotta make this clear right off the jump. I'm not clowning anyone's situation or the struggles artists are facing at death row, like allegedly missing publishing or not getting paid rights and Snoop took over. What I am laughing at is Ray J's delivery, because man, Ray J just be all over the place. One minute he's like, yo, if you're gonna do it like that, bro, we don't wanna be involved. And the next he's like, if that's how it is, it's death row, death row. And then all the other stuff he's been dropping online. You won't believe it. Ray J's just bouncing everywhere, and I'm not even sure how serious he is half the time. But hold up. If you've been watching this death row saga over the years, you know when Snoop got it back, he was handing out chains, showing love, saying, we're gonna get these artists right. We're doing it properly this time. That's a huge promise to live up to, keeping it 100. Lately, we've seen Daz step up, and let me tell you, Daz knows the business inside out, no matter how you feel about him. So when he speaks, especially someone who's handled court battles, got his bag for past work at death row, won cases against Suge Knight, I'm like, I gotta listen. I'm no expert. I don't have all the answers. I gotta wait and see what Snoop's take is, because he knows the game. Recently, Ray J called him out about trademark stuff and other things. Of course, when I talked about it on my channel, people had opinions. Then, Danny Boy did an interview with Auto Dialogue, saying Snoop gave him a fake death row chain and a terrible deal for 2 singles. One of those singles Snoop wanted, supposedly only for a few grand, but not enough to own it for 7 years. Man, a lot is happening here. And now, out of nowhere, Ray J hits the internet saying Snoop's his cousin. Yo, I don't even fully know how all 3 of them are connected on the same side, or if Ray J is just saying it. According to Ray J, I know Snoop and Daz are cousins, and Ray J and Snoop are definitely cousins, no doubt there, but whether all 3 are linked on the same line, that's unclear. Either way, Ray J just poured more gasoline on the fire about Snoop not handling death row business the right way. We're talking about people who should be getting their publishing back or being properly compensated for deals or offers Snoop's been putting out there. And that fake chain situation with Danny Boy, straight up wild. Danny Boy played a huge role at Death Row, Classic Records, working with Tupac, contributing to the Dog Pound sound, Dash on production and songwriting, and of course Suge had his role too. Now, Suge hasn't exactly been cool with Snoop, and I think he and Ray J fell out as well. So yeah, a lot is happening here. This is the era I grew up on. I was rocking West Side in elementary school one dem, repping Dog Pound and Snoop Doggy Style. That album, still one of the top rap albums ever in my opinion, front to back. Everything coming out of that camp, we were locked in. But lately, Snoop, I gotta say, I can't speak to the business side. There's been a lot of accusations and he hasn't really addressed them. Not sure if he will. And if he lets corporations handle it, we know they're not about being fair. We'll just leave it at that. Snoop's been doing things I wasn't expecting. We saw him in videos talking to folks about kids, that LG commercial, creating a cartoon for kids, and I was like, wait, what is this, Snoop? Other moves he's made had me like, nah, that ain't it. He's moving a little differently than I thought, but we'll see if he responds. Honestly, I doubt he will, because Snoop's in that industry mindset where every day is all about business and money. I'm not saying he owes anyone, but if you're claiming that death row legacy and you've been vocal about past issues, then when you sit in that seat, you're expected to handle it right, or people are gonna call you out. You can't be doing the same thing you criticized before. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Tell me what y'all think. Thanks for reading. Make sure to subscribe to my channel.